If you've ever felt like your marketing is just trying stuff out and you're hoping something works, you're not alone. But that kind of guessing game can stall a business fast. Today's topic dives into why small businesses, especially in the cleaning industry, need to stop just trying stuff and instead start building a structured, layered growth plan. And to share some strategies on this, things you need to do right now, I'm pleased to welcome regular guest John Clendenning, the founder of Carpet Cleaner Marketing Masters. John, welcome to the program.
Hey, thanks, Jeff, for having me back.
Good to have you. And this topic today is really cool. Let's see, you sent me a note and you said that there's something called a death of random acts of marketing.
Mhm.
That sounds morbid. Tell us about that.
So as you know, I've been in the industry 30 years, talked to a lot of carpet cleaners, thousands over the years, and then daily I'm on calls and doing consultations with different cleaners and stuff like that. And the one thing that stands out, there is an obvious difference between the small percentage that run um very large, very well-run companies and the larger percentage that are sort of still trying to figure it out, right? So it's down to less than 0.03% make it to $1 million, and only about 15% are above half a million. Everything else is below that. And part of it is, when I talk to them, I say, hey, how many poles in the water do you have? Anybody listens to me know that I talk about poles in the water. You need 20, 30 poles in the water, 20 or 30 different ways, and sometimes 40 ways that generate one, two, three, four, five new inquiries a month. And then you obviously need to market your database and all those things. And because the goal of our industry is not one-time transactional customers, but long-term repeat clients. That's where all the money lives. And they'll turn around and say, Facebook ads. I go, cool. Okay, I note that down. What else? What's it? Oh, do you market your database? No, I don't have one. It's on my phone. Or whatever, whatever, whatever. And it's just like um the random acts of marketing, it's like that those work until they don't. You might be kind of a bit of a blue ocean, the first guy in there in the day, first guy that went on Nextdoor for a while as an app, or first guy that went in your area that did Yelp marketing big, and you get a lot of traction out of it until everybody else figures out that you're on there and they do the same thing, and next thing you know, you're watered down again. It's random acts of marketing are just sort of that shotgun trying. I had somebody the other day, yeah, I tried a postcard into the neighborhood, every door mail was really expensive, and yeah, I don't think I'll do that again. I tried that once. I'm going, interesting. I didn't even care if it broke even until about the 10th time there was a drop in the same neighborhood, right? So you've got to get your message and market match right and all that stuff. But you've got to understand that you're omnipresent. So your Facebook ads will work better if everybody sees your truck and you've got yard signs and door hangers, and you sponsor the little league team or whatever as well, and your referral marketing from the real estate agent and the whole Howard Partridge thing, walk in and bring them donuts, is going to work better if you've got Facebook ads running to the right people and you're telling happy customer stories and so it's all lives together. So you want to have that cohesive brand and then project your brand message, your uniqueness everywhere your ideal possible customer hangs out, and get as many of those as you possibly can within your budget. And as you grow, your budget gets bigger, you got more places.
You want to be specific, you want to target, you want to be seen.
Yeah.
Talk about the warning signs. If someone watching this, they might be like, I don't really see myself doing that. But are there warning signs that would be like, yeah, you are?
Yeah, so if you find that most of your if you say that all of your new clients come from word of mouth, that's a warning sign to me in general, because it's nice to be known in the marketplace, but we as humans, we know we don't remember everybody. We don't tell it. Like, we might love our insurance agent, but we're not telling all of our friends and family about them unless they bring it up and ask, and we happen to remember the name of the guy at that time at the cocktail party or whatever. So that is shotgun as well. Like, so if you're finding that most or all of your new customers into your company seem to come from one or two sources, and that's hit or miss, or you move from one marketing source to another source. This one seems to have tapped out, so I'm going to go here. Those are really good warning signs, because it's about stacking. Get this, lock it in. It does its thing. Keep an eye on it. 3 to 1, 4 to 1 ROI. Next. And you stack. So you lock and load, get things as automated as possible. and then add the next. So if you're not adding, but you're just kind of transferring, you're basically just repeating the same thing over and over again. So it might be repeating your first year in business the 20th time if you're 20 years in business and you're still at about the same level, right? A really good way of knowing that you haven't sort of elevated to be the marketer of cleaning services first, then run the operations because you created a bunch of problems, you grew too much, you broke stuff, and then when you got that figured out, you finally have to figure out the data and the finance part of it, because now we have to run the numbers, right? So that's the growth cycle that gets us growing. But a lot of people just get stopped at that first part because they think marketing is an expense and something they have to do, but they wish they didn't. And it isn't. It's the core of how you grow a business.
Yeah, I like that. It's they want to do the work, they want to grow the business, but marketing hurts. That can be a
Mm,
painful
yeah.
wrap it up for us, John. How can we make marketing fun to where the business owners out there, they want to do the cleaning, they want to go to the beach once in a while,
Yep.
but they don't want to, the marketing's not fun. Is that does that fit in today's
Yeah.
conversation?
It is. So start with your foundation. Foundation, there's four things. Again, all this stuff I learned as a carpet cleaner and then started consulting on and stuff like that from all of our sources, our Joe Polishes and our Howard Partridges and Dan Kennedys and everybody else like that I felt in. And you need a compelling sales proposition. Unless if you don't have one, you're a commodity. So why are you different? Like what do you want to do differently? What is your 12-step fancy process? What like why do you have all like a CRB and you have a truck mount and you're also able to do encapsulation stuff like that? Why do you choose multiple when the other guy only does one? Tell that story. Like that is part of your brand positioning. Also tell your risk reversal guarantee. That goes way back to the days of the Ginsu knives, but Dan Kennedy's and all that stuff. If the first thing that a new person wants to know is they can't trust you, so can you give them a guarantee that reverses the trust? So everybody goes, oh, I'm going to get screwed over. Yeah, once or twice every decade, you will. The rest of the time, you've just made hundreds of thousands of dollars or more because you have a better guarantee and it attracts more people. Have a founder's story. You started this business for a reason. Tell that everywhere. That's your door hangers. That's your flyers. That's your newsletter. That's your website. Tell your why you got into it. Was it because your daughter had allergies? Was it because dad, ran this business in the day and you grew up as a rug rat? Like, what was the reason you decided to join the tell that story? Because people sat around fires and told stories. That's how the Bible's a whole bunch of stories. Everything's a story. We learn by stories. Tell your story and then have that branding be impactful. So what do you want your brand colors and feel to look like? Don't just haphazard and build a cheesy logo. Actually think it through. Now that's on your van, on everything you do. So now once you've got that foundation, you can find the right people to now take that and expand it on your social, expand it on your website, expand it in the marketplace, and help you decide when to use that in your marketing. And you can go to the beach and hang out while the marketing's working for you. But you have thought through the foundation of your business, and everything hangs off of that until the day you sell it.